Hello Muskogee Nation of Oklahoma, welcome to the Culinary Kitchen. This is Chef Jason of Native Chef LLC. Today we're going to be doing a really fun and easy recipe, one of my favorites. It's turkey taco soup, and you get all the flavors from regular tacos, those flavors, but we're also supplementing, instead of ground beef, we're going to be using turkey, which is a better option. It's lower in fat and all around just a better meat. If you don't cook a lot with ground turkey, try this recipe. You'll really love it, I promise. There's a lot of recipes out there that you can look up with turkey meat, and if you cook it right, it's really delicious. So we're going to get started here. The first thing you want to do anytime you're making a soup is you want to start that broth. What makes soup good is the broth, and then you can kind of add vegetables or whatever at the end, which I'll show you. But number one, you got to get that broth started, and that's the first thing we'll do. So we'll start browning the turkey meat, and we'll get our broth started. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I really enjoy these videos, and I enjoy helping out your community. And we'll get started. Before we start browning our meat, I should have mentioned that we need to cut up some onions. All I do is I just took a yellow onion and I'm just going to cross cut. And then once I get cross cut, I didn't go all the way through, so it's still connected on the end. And then once I do that, then we'll just cross cut this way and we'll small dice this onion. And then we'll finally mince some garlic. I'm preheating a Dutch oven pan, one of my favorites I like to use for soup because it holds the heat really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, and then we really want to break up and brown our turkey first. So best time to break this stuff up is whenever it's raw. If you wait until it starts browning and then do it, it's hard to do after that. So really want to take the time to break this up now. And since I'm using lean turkey, we don't have to really drain it because it's like 90% lean. If you want to, what I do is I just kind of put down two paper towels down there and try to soak up some of it, or you could put it over a strainer, but I'm going to leave that in there for now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our onion and our garlic, and we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. And after about 3 minutes, sometimes you need to stir once in a while, but you see these dark spots on the bottom, these little char spots? That's actually good. That'll add flavor to the soup later on. Those will come out and kind of flavor the soup throughout. So now that we've cooked the onion and garlic in the meat, we'll add chili powder, cumin. These are our taco seasonings: paprika, granulated garlic, and black pepper. And take about a minute to really stir these seasonings into the meat. And then after a minute, we'll add our pinto beans. We'll add our low sodium diced tomatoes with the juice. And then we'll add some tomato sauce, low sodium tomato sauce. Really mix this well. Take a minute to really mix it together good. Start scraping the bottom of the pan. Get those nice dark spots loose. And then once you have the bottom scraped really well, we'll add our water. And what we're going to do now is we're going to bring this up to a boil. And then once we have this to a full boil, what we want to do is we want to cover it, and then we'll reduce the heat to medium low, and basically we just want to simmer this thing for about 25 to 30 minutes. And after about 25 minutes, you'll notice that a lot of the liquid has evaporated, so it's a thicker soup. If you want more liquid, just, you know, obviously add more water. I like my soups a little bit thicker. So here's what we're gonna do. I took some corn, I bought it frozen, and I let it thaw overnight in the fridge. So I'm gonna add that. That's the secret to these soups for bright colors, is you don't want to overcook the veggies. The corn really isn't going to add a whole bunch of flavor to the stock, to the soup stock that we're eating. So what we want to do, it's more going to add flavor, you know, if you have it in the bite. So we want to add it when it's nice and fresh, and we want to heat it through. It'll take about a minute, minute and a half to heat through. And then once the corn is heated through, we'll add some, I did this while it was cooking. I chopped up about a 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro. We want to add that now. Stir that in really good. Add a really nice flavor here at the end. And then if you're on an extremely low sodium diet, don't add any salt. But we did use low sodium tomato sauce. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt in here right before you serve. Make sure you do that right before you serve. Don't salt things too early. The flavor will cook out, but the sodium content will stay, and then you'll have to salt again. And then right before service here, we'll take one lime, and we'll just squeeze the juice in here of one lime to finish off, and then we'll plate. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of avocado here, sliced avocado right in the middle. And we'll take a small dollop of light sour cream and kind of lay it on flat like that. And then we'll garnish with some fresh cilantro that I saved. I didn't add all of it to the soup. So with this recipe here, one thing I hope we learned and went over today is that you don't have to add those vegetables, all of them, right at the start. What you want to do is add them towards the end, because you can eat them raw, right? So we don't have to actually cook them for a long period of time. And if we don't cook our veggies for a long period of time, they retain color. And that's what food and cooking is all about. In my opinion, is art. Presentation. People eat with their eyes. So if you can bring them a dish like this, and the corn or kernels are nice and bright yellow, and the cilantro was just added at the end so it retains its green color, that's what we want. When we build stocks with soups, there's other ingredients that you do want to start. Garlic, celery, onion, bell pepper, carrot. Those items you want to add at the first with the liquid, because it flavors the broth, and that's what people taste as the broth. What you can do is wait till the end, get your favorite assorted vegetables, let them thaw overnight like I did, and then literally it takes a couple minutes for those to heat through and they retain their color. Really had a lot of fun making this dish. It's actually a stew. I shouldn't be calling it a soup. I think stews, in my opinion, are a little bit thicker. So I like stews over soup because I get more in each bite. I guess a soup would be more brothy. But really fun and easy recipe. Again, get the kids involved. Allow them to help break up the turkey, or allow them to measure out the seasonings. Let them get involved with cooking. And like I say, the earlier we get our kids introduced into cooking, hopefully the more they cook when they get older. So had a great time. I sure appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you again to the Muskogee Nation of Oklahoma for allowing me to present from my home here. I have a great time doing these. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Miigwech.